I feel a little bit worse as an Alabama fan because of the injury. But, you know, there have been so many times. It's so funny. Alabama is going up against its own expectations. How many times has Alabama played a team like Auburn played Georgia and beaten them the same way, and everybody just sort of says, ho-hum, well, that's the way Alabama does. And how many times has another team that's in the top 5 gone on the road, played a conference opponent that only had 2 losses, and only won by 7, and people have gone, man, that's a great gutty win. Well, I mean, Alabama goes on the road, wins by 7, and has to come back to do it. Granted, they do have to come back to do it, but they show a lot of moxie in doing that. And the first question out of everybody's mouth isn't, oh my gosh, how many votes can Jalen Hurts get for the Heisman? It's, what in the world is wrong with Alabama? Well, how many teams on that particular night would have beaten Mississippi State? I would bet not many at all. You play in Starkville at 7 o'clock at night with those cowbells ringing, it gets pretty difficult. But, you know, Alabama is facing some injuries. LeBron Ray just got hurt. He broke his foot, and so he may be out for the season. So there's one more piece of the puzzle that may be out for Alabama. A couple of guys may be coming back for Auburn, but I think we're all getting a little too hyped up about that since they haven't really even practiced yet, or at least not practiced full speed in Christian Miller and Terrell Lewis and maybe Mac Wilson. We'll see. But last weekend doesn't really affect me one way or the other because I think that's kind of, we all knew Auburn's got that kind of game in them. And we also know Alabama has more weaknesses this year than in years past. But I think it's still going to be just a close game like it always is. The Iron Bowl is just a different animal from all these other rivalries. It just always seems to be, with exceptions being like 2012, you're not going to see that kind of game again. But I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a lot of fun. I don't feel as good about it as I once did because Auburn's gotten a little better and Alabama may not be on par with seasons past, but I would still give Alabama a slight edge right now.
All right, thank you, Luke. Be careful in your travels.
All right, guys, have a good one.
You too. We're up against our first break here, but don't go anywhere. More of the Sports Blitz, Saturday Sports Countdown, is on the way right after this.
What's the verdict?
Can't fix your heat pump. Need a new one.
Uh-oh. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking Daikin.
Call on Kevin Kill and Sunshine Heating and Air at 256-825-4849, Central Alabama's premier Daikin dealer.
So what's he thinking?
Oh, he's thinking Daikin.
Daikin, one of the top selling in the world.
Now I'm thinking Daikin.
Daikin. Comfort for life.
Find everything you need for the perfect outdoor living space at Russell Do-It Center, like the Fire Rock Outdoor Conventional Fireplace, smartly designed masonry systems that are easy to install and are less than half the cost of a scratch-built brick and mortar fireplace. Weber Grills, the best outdoor gas, electric, and charcoal grills, which always come pre-assembled. Yeti Coolers, premium coolers and accessories that are the ultimate in design, performance, and durability. Russell Do-It Center, experience and knowledge from the pros.
Main Street Family Urgent Care. At Main Street Family Urgent Care, we want you to know one of the benefits of our clinic. We have a self-pay option that allows you to get the most out of your visit. That means you don't have to worry about receiving a large bill after your visit. $125 covers all in-house labs, stitches, x-rays, or injections, and we have a selection of antibiotics available in the clinic. We want you to feel better fast at Main Street Family Urgent Care, open 7 days a week in Alexander City across the street from Walmart. Heal better, feel better fast.
So Dave here is taking the family up to the lake for the weekend, but without the white knuckles this time. Because his new 2018 Ford F-150 has Blitz with trailer coverage. It's Brainiac smart. Not only does it watch your F-150's blind spots, it's got your trailer covered too. One less thing to spoil the weekend. No, it can't make the fish bite, but maybe they'll work on that. This is the new 2018 Ford F-150. It doesn't just raise the bar, pal. It is the bar.
If you're seeing the American cockroach, throw up the red flag. Ladybugs, throw up the red flag. Ants and swarming termites, throw up the red flag. And kudzu bugs, throw up the red flag. That's Red Flag Pest Control. So the caution is on. Call Red Flag Pest Control today.
I'm Scott Davis with Red Flag Pest Control, celebrating our 10th anniversary. Call me today, 256-825-0430.
Ready to put some fun in your life? Whether it's Central or East Alabama, North Alabama, West Georgia, or wherever you're from, Fun Carts of Opelika is your authorized E-Z-GO cart dealer that has no limits on a perfect E-Z-GO cart. Whether it's a fully customized cart or a stock-made cart, we'll deliver it on time and at the best price. Fun Carts gives you the service after the sale, so no matter if it's hunting, tailgating, motorhoming, fleet rental, or just a better way to get around, Fun Carts of Opelika has it and will customize it to your needs. Visit us in Opelika or call us or visit online for the best E-Z-GO carts. Put a little fun in your life with Fun Carts of Opelika.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Sports Blitz Saturday Sports Countdown. Andy and Adam here with you until 8 o'clock today, as we will be preempted by the Auburn football broadcast, as they have expanded their coverage to 3 hours this season, which, not going to hurt my feelings too bad.
I'm telling you.
But it's a quick show, though, so we got a lot to get in this amount of time. Running through some of these high school playoff scores as well, we talked about 7A going to 6A. Oxford takes care of Muscle Shoals without a lot of problem. Oxford, really good team. Benjamin Russell got to see them up close and personal. Probably the best team that I saw Benjamin Russell play all year.
Yeah, definitely. They're very talented running back and Lindsey there. And Oxford had a good team last year too, but I felt like they were not as strong. But this year looks really good. They got a tough matchup this week though with Clay Chalville. Clay Chalville beat Homewood 30-0, so it should be a big ball game for them. And the North is actually, I feel like it's stronger this year than in years past. You have Austin and Pinson Valley coming up. Both of them got wins last night.
Austin just seemed that's the team that nobody knows about.
I agree.
Oh, I mean, they're really, really good.
Yeah,
maybe the favorite to win 6A.
Exactly. Asa Martin is a superstar, and I feel like they're going to be there in Tuscaloosa on December 8th. But Pinson Valley, they're no scrub. They can score some points, and they've done it all year long. Very talented quarterback, so that should be probably their biggest matchup and biggest hurdle going into up into the state championship game, I think.
Opelika, watch out. They just keep hanging around in these playoffs. Take care of Park Crossing last night, 27-21. Randy sent me in a text last night and said Opelika's about to steal one from Park Crossing, and ended up doing that, 27-21.
Opelika, they're just a team, and I felt like this really wasn't one of their more talented teams that they've had this season, and here they are again, third round of the playoffs every year. They just know how to win big ball games, and good luck going into Opelika and getting a win.
Yeah,
there's been a lot of good teams that's gone up there this year.
Who does Opelika match up with?
They match up with Hillcrest Tuscaloosa.
Okay.
Hillcrest
beat
Saraland,
which was a good team.
Exactly, Saraland. We saw firsthand on that one just how talented they are with their offense and everything too. But Hillcrest got that win 34-27 at Saraland, so it should be an interesting matchup.
Spanish Fort takes care of Sidley Lanier. Wetumpka takes care of Carver Montgomery.
I think that's going to be a really good matchup. I mean, if I'm not mistaken, Wetumpka will host Spanish Fort in that game. So
a lot of athletes
I
on
think
the
they got
field
a chance.
now.
Tons of athletes, tons of skill out there. So I think this might be one of your better matchups of the week. But I'm already kind of excited of the ball games that we have coming up this week. I think this third round is probably going to be the most exciting yet, and maybe the most exciting all the way around, just because of you got Wetumpka, Spanish Fort, you have Thompson Hoover, McGill, Phoenix City, Austin, and Pinson Valley. You just got some really, really good matchups this week, and it's going to be a lot of fun to keep up with them.
Beauregard able to move on without LaDamian Webb. Not able to play in that game, is that right?
What happened with that one?
We were talking. We had a call on, was it Tuesday? night that he might have gotten injured the week before, leg injury.
Goodness.
And, we tried to confirm it, and Luke had not heard anything, and Josh Bean had not heard anything, but apparently that was accurate information.
Well, I hope everything's okay because St. Paul's coming up this week.
Oof.
That they were able to beat them last year, but St. Paul they're just a team that you really just don't look forward to coming up on your schedule with the amount of talent they have. They're usually very strong up front, so it's going to be one of those games where Beauregard definitely hopes they have him.
Yeah, Brett Pritchard, we were talking about this game earlier this week. He said, this is an 11-0 Carroll team. He said, don't be surprised to see St. Paul's go in there and win handily.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what they did.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Central Clay falls to Demopolis last night in 17-6. Not able to get much going on the offensive end for Central Clay.
Very strong year for them. I've covered a couple of their ball games and watched them as a fun team. Ben Street and Cam Peoples were really excited in the backfield. Had a very good year, but you could kind of tell that they were struggling up front, their offensive line and defensive front, and that they were going to have problems later on in the season whenever it got into these later rounds of the playoffs because, you get deeper into it, that's what ends up winning your ball games. It's right there between the tackles. But great year for Clay Central. As always, that's something I think this is they've been in the playoffs every year of the school's existence. So, it's something that we've grown accustomed to and enjoy covering every year for sure.
Tallahassee, unfortunately, their dream season kind of comes to an end. Bibb County takes care of them pretty.
I was kind of shocked.
Handily.
I was shocked.
Yeah, that was supposed
Tallassee's
to be
been
a pretty good game.
Really good ball team this year. They've been scored some points and had a really good defense, but Bibb County just came in and put it on them. But great season for the Tallahassee Tigers, and hats off to those guys for how hard they worked throughout the year.
Beat rolls on for UMS Wright as they take care of Catholic Montgomery. Going down through some other scores through here, Gordo hammered by Mobile Christian.
Surprising.
That one I was very surprised about.
I guess we can kind of just go ahead and declare 3A as Mobile Christian. I think every year they're going to be, seems like they're going to be in the championship game because they've created a little dynasty there with that. And like you said, you don't see Gordo getting beaten like that.
No, I certainly was unprepared for that myself. Lynette moves on. Again, a local takes care of Sand Rock 41-16. Sulligent takes down Reeltown. That Sulligent hard to handle.
Sulligent is hard to handle.
Very, very good game though, 35-25. Any other?
Let me tell you who else is hard to handle.
Who's
Fife.
That? Yeah.
You don't want to go there.
Lafayette doesn't want any more.
No, and
nobody does.
It's been like that the past couple of years. Lafayette's had strong seasons and even usually have to end up going to Fife, and it just doesn't pan out. I think Lynette's going to win a state championship in 2A this year. I'm just going to say it. They have a really, really good ball team. They can put a lot of points up, play really good defense. So you're looking at possibility after this round right here in the semifinals, Lynette and Fife. I think that's going to be your pseudo championship game. I think Lynette's going to get over the hump this year.
There'll be some pads popping in that one.
Yeah, but great year to Reeltown. They were a team this year that I really couldn't get a read on. They won some big ball games, lost some crazy ones I really didn't expect, but they're definitely getting back on track and becoming that Reeltown team that we were accustomed to back a few years back. So hats off to those guys and look forward to them getting back because they have some talented guys. Trey Johnson, their running back, is really good. I think this was his sophomore year this year. Last year as a true freshman, and came in and just took over the running back position. Small guy, probably 5'4", 160, but can absolutely fly.
Wow.
So looking forward to following Reeltown further on. But yeah, good luck, Sulligent, because Fife is about as steady as you can get in 2A football.
No doubt. Wadley moves on against Isabella, another kind of local team here.
Mm-hmm. That's no shock there. They've scored tons of points this year as well. So
Sweetwater moves on, no surprise there as well. As they take care of Brantley.
Maplesville, of course.
Maplesville, yeah. These lower A classifications, you see the same names every year. Over
Pickens
and over and over.
County,
Pickens
Maplesville,
County.
Sweetwater,
Yeah.
the usual suspects for the sure. But like you said, Wiley's had an outstanding year. I mean, they have been really good. And they could, if they can get past Marengo this week, then they'll look probably into a Maplesville semifinal matchup. So you really get to see where you're at. You can compare yourself there, you know. So.
Well, that's pretty much going to wrap up the high school football playoff section of the show. We'll move on to college athletics in the next segment. And, of course, we'll keep you apprised. We'll be watching these high school playoffs through the next couple of weeks as we move toward the Super 7. We'll be covering that later on this year. More to come on the Sports Blitz Saturday Sports Countdown right after these messages.
Ask what makes it the best 3 Series ever, and we'll tell you it has more advanced suspension and steering for even more control of the road. And it's near perfectly balanced to put performance first. But ask her for where the competition mimics us just to keep up? No comment. The BMW 3 Series.
Visit BMW of Columbus on Whittlesey Boulevard or shop bmwofcolumbus.com.
Homeowners all over Alabama have discovered that when you need your flooring clean, whether it's carpet, upholstery, or any manner of hard surfaces, there's no clean like Peaches and Clean. Serving Auburn, the Chattahoochee Valley, Montgomery, Birmingham, and the Lake Martin area. Call 866-837-6937. 866-837-6937. Or visit peachesandclean.com. Caring for your floor and a whole lot more.
There's no clean like Peaches and Clean.
TPE Power Equipment is now the trusted name for all your mower and power equipment needs. Whether it's our original Tallahassee location or Opelika location on Fredericks Road, we've got East Alabama covered with the best brands of mowers and power equipment from Husqvarna, Toro, Kawasaki, Echo, and Honda. Right now, get commercial strength Husqvarna zero-turn mowers with our fleet program that offers deep discounts, easy finance, and bonus handheld equipment in one solid package. TPE of Opelika and Tallahassee are the new standard of everything power equipment in East Alabama.
Lake Area Realty is Lake Martin's Century 21 real estate company that proudly serves all the Lake Martin area. Rhonda Gaskin and her staff of caring professional realtors offers full sales for buyers and sellers in the area and can even help you with finding rentals or managing your current property. Whether it's your dream lake home, waterfront property, area family home in town, or just a starter home, Lake Area Realty can handle it all and advise you on all your needs. Buying and selling real estate is important to the professionals at Century 21. Lake Area Realty are your friends in real estate. Call or visit lakearearealty.net.
The Lennox iComfort S30 thermostat can sense changes in your environment. It even knows when you come and go. So now your home's most important system is also the smartest.
Farnell Mechanical gives you the smartest home comfort system available. It knows when you're away and adjusts when allergens and humidity get uncomfortable.
Trust Farnell Mechanical to provide perfect air for your family.
What perfect feels like. Lennox.
It's a crime to pay more than a dime at the all-new Opelika Ford and Opelika Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Every new and pre-owned vehicle, just $1 down. Plus credit amnesty. Bring home $350 a week, get up to $30,000 in credit.
It's a crime to pay more than a dime.
10 acres, 1,000 vehicles, just $1 down.
Folks, you've just got to see this place.
The all-new Opelika Ford and Opelika Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Call 800-NEXT-RIDE.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Sports Blitz Saturday Sports Countdown. About 30 more minutes left in this morning's program. Shifting our focus to the college side of athletics. We'll run down some of these SEC games going on today. Mississippi State traveling to Arkansas. Mississippi State 11.5-point favorite over the Hogs. Looks like, Arkansas has now fired Jeff Long, the athletic director. Brett Bielema's days seem to be numbered. You know, Mississippi State looked like they're kind of rounding into shape. I mean, they had a pretty good year.
Yeah.
7-3 on the year. You know, played Alabama back. I think you know when they play Alabama tough, it's probably a good season.
Yeah.
That's about all they know.
Yeah, exactly. You're exactly right on that. But just going back to Arkansas, who do you expect to fill the vacancy with? I mean,
It's a great
who wants
question.
that job?
That's a better question.
You know,
and I'm sure somebody does.
This Gus stuff is ridiculous. I don't want
And,
to hear that. He don't want to go to Arkansas.
I wouldn't think. But
why would you do that?
I don't know.
You know?
I mean, low expectations, I guess. Maybe home. It's some draw from home. Maybe I don't know.
It'd
I
have
think
to be
it's
a
more
strong
talk.
draw from
Yes,
home.
it would.
Like $8 million a year draw from home or something, you know?
Yeah, you know, Arkansas is a tough place, but I mean, you can win there. I mean, Houston Nutt. I mean, once, of course, I mean it was a different SEC, it was a different landscape, but still, I mean, he had them poised and good enough to win a national title in 1998.
They were strong.
I mean, they. I mean, if not for Clint Sterner just putting the ball down on the turf, they win that game and beat Tennessee, knock them out. And then maybe they would have choked later on down the line, but they were good enough to win a national title that year.
In the year they had Matt Jones and Felix Jones and Darren McFadden.
They've had talent run through that place. I mean, so quarterbacks, running backs. They just, you know, Bob Petrino was good for 9 wins.
Yeah.
So they're capable of doing that, but I don't know. It's gonna be a tough day for them today.
It's just one of those. It feels like it's one of those seasons too. Like it's tough to be looking for a head coach right now. I don't think there's that.
A lot of competition for one too.
There is, and I don't think there's that many. I guess must-have candidates either. You know, I mean, you hear Tennessee talking about Gruden and that mess, and then Florida possibility with Chip Kelly or whatever else, but.
Well, I've talked to 2 people, you know, or I've talked to several people, and it seems like they're divided right down the line. Either Chip Kelly would be great at Florida, or he'd be a disaster.
Oh, I know it.
Which do you follow?
It would be fun to watch. I think he'd be great, to be honest with you.
He'd scare me.
I do too. If he can get, because he'll be able to get that talent in that state, and, you know, people forget, yeah, he's demanding and everything else, but I mean, most of your great coaches are, but, you know, people forget how dominant he had at Oregon and how
with
good
3-star
they were.
talent.
I mean, my goodness, can you imagine getting some of those speed demons from down there in the Miami area and everything with that team, and getting them the ball out there? I think it'd be a great hire.
Speaking of Florida, they'll take on the UAB Blazers, and when you know, if you said, well, one team's going to be 7-3, one's going to be 3-6, obviously you would have thought these would have been reversed, but. UAB comes in 7-3. Yeah, that's having lost to Charlotte earlier this year in kind of inexplicable fashion. But they travel to Gainesville. The Gators 3-6 on the year, but they are a 10.5-point favorite. Florida is, I think, just by reputation, you know, alone. But a lot of people feel like this could be a very interesting game.
This is one of those games whenever if you're a Gator fan and you've got tickets, you might want to just sell them. You know, like, because this is really a lose-lose.
Would somebody buy them?
I don't know exactly. I could give them away. But this is one of those games where you're like, I don't know if I want to be there for this, because it could turn south quickly.
Oh, it could. Kentucky at Georgia. Georgia, any hangover concerns for them? They're a 21.5-point favorite. You think they cover?
Ooh. Kentucky's hadn't had a terrible season either.
7-3.
Yeah.
They can score. I mean, when at times. I don't know if they can score against Georgia's defense, but they can score.
Can you imagine the reaction from Bulldog Nation if Kentucky was able to keep it close or maybe still a win?
They're reeling a little bit now, questioning how good they really are. It could be interesting if Kentucky can come out and maybe score early.
Yeah,
and maybe go up 10-0. Boy,
oh my goodness, they'd be chanting "Fire Kirby" at halftime, because the reaction from the Bulldog faithful last weekend was pretty funny.
It was, and I was sitting next to quite a few of them, and they were very excited after that first score.
Yeah,
and you could tell they had some confidence, but after that, they the quizzical look on their face was pretty funny. Wofford is 9-1 at South Carolina. Look out for Wofford.
Ooh, I'm telling you.
They've given them trouble in the past.
Yeah, and I feel like Jay Bentley has made strides to become a really good quarterback this year, but he still has his moments. And watching last weekend against Florida, and I was watching one drive, and I'm thinking, man, Jay Bentley's going to be a really good SEC quarterback. And the next drive, it's just like, oh my goodness, man, like what kind of read did you make there? And why are you staring guys down? So yeah, like you said, Wofford could play him tough.
Look out. LSU at Tennessee. LSU's a 15.5-point favorite. Tennessee also looking for a new coach. Who would want to go there?
I don't know. Are you buying into the John Gruden hype? Like, even if I know it's the name and everything, but do they really want John Gruden for
That's
real?
what I mean, you know, for everybody that, I mean, some people think, you know, it's even ridiculous for him to even consider the job, but maybe he is considering. I would buy that he is considering the job. But if he does take it, I mean, it doesn't scare me.
No.
I think he's a really good NFL coach.
That's my point.
I don't know what he's ever done in college.
That's my thing.
Which is nothing.
Yeah.
So, it doesn't, if they get him, good for them.
Recruiting is just that's a whole different thing right there. If you don't have any experience in that and you come in, the SEC, the way it's recruited now, that's a quick pace or a quick learning curve right there. I don't know if it's really what he wants to do. I'm with you. I think he's an outstanding NFL coach. If an NFL job came open, I would be the first coach I would call, but I don't know if you really want that for your college program.
We'll see. It'll be interesting what Tennessee ended up doing. Up against another break here, but don't go anywhere. We'll continue to talk about college football world when we come back right after this.
If you've been putting off that new heating and air unit in your home because of the upfront expenses, Williams Plumbing of Alexander City now has primary financing from Synchrony and can now install brand new heating and cooling systems with zero down, longer terms, and a competitive rate. Call Williams Plumbing at 256-329-8488 and get a free quote and terms and upgrade up to $35,000 in work with approved credit. Williams Plumbing stands behind their work with on-time affordable service for all your heating and air needs, as well as plumbing for zero down financing and great service. Williams Plumbing.
When enjoying the lake this season, make sure to drop by Harbor Point Marina for all your gas, snacks, boating supplies, and beverage needs. Harbor Point also wants you to come see our remaining 2017 Crest pontoons, priced to move at all-season pricing. Harbor Point Crest sales have been tremendous, and they're ready to unload their remaining 2017 Crest Tritoons to make way for the 2018 order. Come see the best in pontoons at our 2017 season closeout prices. Act now because inventory is limited, and enjoy your new Crest pontoon this year. For all your own water needs and sacrifice pricing on Crest pontoons, get to the point. Harbor Point at Still Waters on Lake Martin.
Gotta get to Gills Auto Sales. We can finance, you got to get to Gills. Selection and price, got to get to Gills. Gotta get to Gills. Cars that fit your budget. Service that no one around can beat. Stop by today and test drive the vehicle of your dreams. Gotta get to Gills Auto Sales. We can finance you. Gotta get to Gills. Selection and price. Gotta get to Gills. Gotta get to Gills.
Bills Electric is your local expert for LED lighting retrofits for commercial and industrial applications. Bills Electric can survey your facility and develop lighting retrofit solutions utilizing the latest in LED technology and controls. In many cases, energy savings alone can generate a payback of 2 years or less. Additionally, LED lighting has an expected lifespan of up to 100,000 hours. Call the Lamborns today at 256-234-4555.
At A&M Plumbing, you can count on us for dependable, quality service. Our staff is professional, neat, clean, and courteous. We're a fully licensed and insured plumbing company. Call on A&M Plumbing for any plumbing, sewer, or septic problems. We provide a comprehensive line of plumbing repair and installation services to keep your home's plumbing systems in top order. When you need plumbing service, call on the professionals at A&M Plumbing. Service at its best, when you need it most.
Don't miss the Black Friday sales event at Bice Motors in Alex City.
This Black Friday is going to be big.
Save up to $12,300 on a new 2017 Ram 1500 Crew 4x4 Laramie or get 0% for 72 months.
It's a November to remember.
New 2017 Ram 1500 Express Crew, $299 down, $299 a month.
You don't want to miss this.
New 2018 Jeep Cherokee Limited, $199 a month.
On the web at ByceChryslerDodge.com.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Sports Blitz Saturday Sports Countdown. Andy and Adam here with you for about 20 more minutes, a couple more segments. Talking about the SEC and games going on today. How about Missouri at Vanderbilt? Missouri looked like a team completely disinterested, completely going south. Were what, 1-5, I think, on the season. Have rallied, and granted, they played some willing competition that helped.
That's a good way to describe it.
To help out in that, but could possibly certainly get back to bowl eligibility today. They're 5-5, but a win over Vandy would put them at 6-5. But I mean, they could possibly, with a bowl win, turn around a season and end up 8-5. No, I mean,
it's surprising.
I would be shocked. If you would have told me that 4 or 5 weeks ago.
Do you think this is? There's no doubt the SEC's been really weak this year.
Oh yeah.
Do you think this is just a natural cycle that you just can't continue to be dominant every single season, or do you think that some of these other conferences are actually catching up with the SEC?
I think the SEC is down in that. Part of it's been the head coaches, I think.
Yeah.
They hired this last cycle of head coaches that came into the league have just not been the same kind of head coaches.
Yeah.
You can't go from Urban Meyer to McElwain.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Of course, Tennessee's been in the same cycle for 15 years now.
I'm completely all for that, though.
Yeah,
I'm all
well, I got
for
no
them
problem with
staying in that
Tennessee
cycle.
being awful. That's their business. But it's just kind of sad that you look up there and it's, we have Bob Kessling on the show every now and then, and those guys have been around for 30 years in the league, and he's just, you can hear it. You can hear it in his voice. He's trying to be positive about things, and it's just like,
he's giving up.
It's just like, man, this is. We had a guy on from Ole Miss earlier in the year, and it was like, he was talking about, during the break before we went on air, he was talking about, man, he said, I've been dealing with NCAA stuff for 5 years.
Yeah.
He said, it's just, it's about to beat me into submission.
Have you seen a program that's more upset or more demolished and diminished than Ole Miss? Because even now, like, you'll catch your game on TV and there's probably 10,000 people in the stands. Like that they were on such a high there, like they've never been on before, and then for it all coming crashing down so fast is crazy,
It is,
And it's just like they've given up. Like they're like, well, here we are back to being Ole Miss again.
And it's getting worse. They haven't even had the sanctioned penalties yet. So,
and who knows when that'll come down? It could be 5 years from now. It seems like the way.
Well, the word was earlier this season was like they'll be announced right before the Egg Bowl.
Yeah, the week of. Yeah, exactly.
So
Let's go ahead and break the heart even more.
Texas. Speaking of Ole Miss, Texas A&M 6-4 at Ole Miss 5-5. Ole Miss has kind of turned around. They've hung around. Matt Luke, I think, has done an admirable job with everything that he's had to deal with this year. Ole Miss actually a 3-point favorite in this game.
Wow.
Jordan Ta'amu.
Wow.
Ta'amu.
Yeah.
Throwing for about 400 yards a game.
The Hawaii slinging in there.
Who needs the other guy?
That's surprising that Ole Miss is favored in that. That's
I think it's more talk about A&M than it is Ole Miss.
That
Ole Miss, Texas A&M may have mailed it in.
Yeah, but you don't hear any talk of. Well, you've heard some talk of someone losing his job, but who do you go after? Who do you get? I think that might be the problem too. Is I think all across the board in college football, there's just not that great many
of Tennessee, Ole Miss, Arkansas.
A&M,
certainly Florida's the premier job. Yeah. I think A&M's the most attractive place.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, just the wealth of recruiting in the
Yeah.
state of Texas, and then you can cherry pick at other places. I mean, the amount of money that flows through that program, the facilities are top notch. So that one would be probably the most attractive.
Isn't the money thing kind of becoming a wash though? I mean, doesn't every one of these top programs pretty much have tons of money coming through to where none of their players or facilities or anything else are going to want for anything? Because you hear that about, well, he would go to Texas because of the money, or he'd go to Texas A&M because of that. Don't you think Alabama and Florida and LSU and all, maybe Auburn's kind of a little bit lower on that, but how much do you really need to create a dominant football program as far as money and booster support, you know?
I don't know. That's a good question. I mean, they probably do get it. I mean, I think it may be just the fact that it's easier to get.
Yeah.
It's more readily available. You don't have to work so hard to get it at some of these places. You got to work hard to get that kind of money in Arkansas.
And do you see, who are your top coaching candidates that you would go after if you're one of these schools? I mean, who are the first three guys on the list for anybody you can think of? I can't think of.
I mean, right now, Scott Frost's name is out there as like one of those top guys. But I think, it's Nebraska. Nebraska's to lose.
Yeah.
I mean, but if they don't want him, if they, for some mind-boggling reason, can continue to go on the Mike Riley train, we'll see. But I don't know.
I'd say maybe Fuentes for Virginia Tech.
Yeah, he's an up-and-comer, I would imagine.
But, I mean, you see where these up-and-comers will get you. But, I mean, you got to get a chance. Either you're going to hit or you're going to be looking again in the next 4 years, which –
Well, see, that's the kind of the way I look at it. It's two different schools of thought. And I've always been of the thought that, that's the route to go, the up and comer. Because there's only, I mean, especially if you're whoever, Arkansas, let's say you're Arkansas.
Yeah.
There's only, 5 or 6 elite coaches out there. Mm-hmm. I mean, would you say that's fair?
Yeah.
Or you say more or less?
I'd say probably less.
Less.
Probably 3.
So, are you going to get one of those guys? Are you going to get Nick Saban?
No.
Are you going to get Urban Meyer?
No.
Are you going to get Dabo? Yeah, Dabo's probably up there, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if James Franklin's up there. Maybe he's climbing
that ladder. I don't think he's there yet.
He's not there yet.
He's close.
There's some guys. I mean, I don't know who else would even be in there.
That's what I'm saying.
Jim Harbaugh. I mean, a lot of people don't like him, but I think he's a really good coach.
I think he's the most overhyped coach in our age, to be honest
with you.
Really? Yes, I think that's the most overrated.
He did take a team to the Super Bowl.
A long time ago.
He didn't take Stanford from nothing.
Has he lost less than 3 games since he's been at Michigan? I mean, he came in with all the hype, getting all the recruits, everything else, but I think he was still in the same 9-3, 8-4, which is great. Don't get me wrong, but it's not what people were expecting whenever he came to Michigan. They were thinking he's going to win the playoff every year. He's going to win national championship.
He has made Michigan relevant, though.
Well, Michigan with a good coach can always be relevant.
Well, Brady Hope. I mean,
in
they
the
were
Big
relevant
Ten
for
too?
about a blink of an eye.
Yeah.
Rich Rod, they were not relevant at all.
Yeah.
So
it's true.
I mean,
True.
I just think he's made them formidable. They haven't. The wins haven't been there yet. Well, they've gotten better. I think they've won probably more games in these last 3 years. But the big wins. He hadn't beat Ohio State.
Yeah.
Can't beat Ohio State. You're not going to be at Michigan very long.
No.
That's the bottom line.
And you lose little quick ones, Michigan State, stuff like that. You're going to get.
You can't field a punt against Michigan State. That's a problem.
Exactly.
Up against another break here. We'll be back with the final segment of the Sports Blitz Saturday Sports Countdown right after this.
Mouthful, isn't it?
It is.
Why buy your next car from Lynch Nissan of Auburn?
At U.S. AmeriBank, there's something very different at the heart of what we do and who we are. It's a spirit that also defines our neighbors, local businesses, and communities. Building on our 116-year history in Alabama, U.S. AmeriBank provides something found nowhere else: craft banking. It's an unwavering commitment to handcrafted banking solutions that turns customers into enthusiastic fans. Visit usameribank.com or your local branch to discover the U.S. AmeriBank difference. U.S. AmeriBank. Banking on values. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
What's the verdict?
Can't fix your heat pump. Need a new one.
Uh-oh. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking Daikin.
Call on Kevin Kill and Sunshine Heating and Air at 256-825-4849, Central Alabama's premier Daikin dealer.
So what's he thinking?
Oh, he's thinking Daikin.
Daikin, one of the top selling in the world.
Now I'm thinking Daikin.
Daikin. Comfort for life. Now is the best time to see the good guys the locals know, Alex City Marine. With last year being our best year yet, Landau Pontoons has increased Alex City Marine's allocation of Landaus for the 17th season. Our Suzuki outboard selections are at an all-time high. Alex City Marine is now also Lake Martin's exclusive Manitou pontoon dealer with a full line of the luxurious Manitou Tri-Tune with patented V-Tune technology for top performance. Get the best selection now of Landau and Manitou pontoons. Alex City Marine, Lake Martin.
I'm Jimmy Goree with Goree's Furniture. We would like to invite you to come shop our huge selection of furniture. But if you don't have time, we have over 2,000 items you can have shipped directly to your home. Go to GoreesFurniture.com, look for 48-hour quick ship. Shop, click, ship, it's just that easy. You can shop us here, or you can shop us online, only at Goree's Furniture.
Your expressway to saving.
Do not buy a car this week
until you check out Hyundai of Auburn.
Max trade value, max savings,
my max markdowns,
Max Credit Union and other lenders ready to approve with the max warranty.
America's best 10 years.
When we deal, we pay off your trade no matter what you owe.
And like Christmas, it's just once a year.
And only one place, Hyundai of Auburn.
Get down here today.
Welcome back, everyone, to maybe the final segment of the Sports Blitz Saturday Sports Countdown. Adam and Andy here with you. Running down some NCAA games. Before we do that, I'll ask you the same question I asked Luke. Do you feel differently about the Iron Bowl than you did 6 weeks ago?
Oh, no doubt, definitely.
Than you did 2 weeks ago?
These injuries, injuries have taken it out of me, to be honest with you. I'm actually, I'm nervous about it, and I'm not really going to. I'm going to try to come into it with low expectations a little bit. I feel like Auburn's on the rise. We're on the way. We're trending downward just because of the injuries and what I'm seeing in linebacker position right now. So definitely, I don't feel good about it at all.
You going to the game?
No. I don't want to be there for that. Just in case. If we win,
you ever
great.
Been to a game in Auburn?
I have.
Okay.
I've been
An
there
Iron
once.
Bowl?
Yes, I have. And we won with that. Bama won with that. This is the true Bama comes out of me every time. But yeah, I was there for I think it was 2000, maybe in 2010, the one we talked about earlier.
You were there in 2010? In Tuscaloosa?
No, it was in Auburn. So
Okay,
it was 09. It was 09.
Oh, no, that was a good game.
Yeah.
28, 20, or 28, 25, something like that.
Yeah,
28,
I was there for that.
Whatever that was, 26, 24, I forgot now.
And I think I've been at
last
one, too.
Last drive.
And I've been there, I think I went maybe, Auburn beat Alabama one time I was there, and that wasn't fun.
I'm sure. I bet I had a good time, though.
I'm sure you did. Yeah. But I don't want to be there for that one this year, just in case.
Well, it's setting up to be another epic. I don't know how it could possibly live up to 2013. Yeah. Just the magnitude of that game and the way it all unfolded and everything.
I hope Bama goes in with the game plan of we're going to shut down the run and we're going to sell out to stop the run and make Auburn throw the ball. If they throw for 350 and 4 touchdowns to beat us, I'll live with that. But I can't live with Kerryon going for 250 yards.
Well, I don't think he'll go for 250 yards.
Did you not see? Have you not seen Keith Holcomb? Have you not seen his run defense?
Well, okay, that could be interesting, but we'll see. Some other interesting games: Michigan at Wisconsin. Wisconsin's kind of the spoiler, really, in the college football playoff poll right now. Everybody thinks they have no resume. How good is this team? But yet they're undefeated. If they go undefeated, I'm sorry, they get in.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just the bottom line, is it not?
Well, it could be tough, though. I think they play Southern Union next weekend, and they got CAC to finish off the season. So if they're able to survive that schedule that they're playing, then definitely. I mean, if they win the Big Ten championship, too, then I think that's legit.
Yeah,
you know?
They'll have to win out. And look, that could be interesting. If Michigan were to beat Wisconsin today, then I don't know who they'd play.
Yeah,
I don't know who Wisconsin would play because it'd be like a four-way tie if everybody else ends up winning out. I don't know how those tiebreakers go, but looking down through here, Kansas State again. TCU at Texas Tech could be an interesting game today. Texas Tech, 5-5 on the year. Same old story with the Red Raiders, but it is in Lubbock, and Kenny Hill not going to play in this game, and mysteriously not going to play in this game. Some injuries as well for TCU. If TCU loses, we could see another. Again, if Oklahoma and Oklahoma State take care of business, another rematch, and that would be a fun one in the Big 12 title game.
It really would be. I think Oklahoma's probably I'd probably say they're the best team in the country right now, I think. I think Baker Mayfield's the best player.
Yeah.
And I feel like they're playing the best ball. They're healthy. And that's the reason why I say that, too, because injury is the great equalizer. I think that's the reason why I'm not as high on Bama as I was earlier on, but I think Oklahoma is the best team in the country.
So did you have them number one in your college football poll? Or you still have Alabama number one?
I don't know. I just don't want that first-round matchup with Oklahoma is the main thing. If they're one or if they're four, where it may be, as long as we're on the opposite end of the bracket, then that's okay with me.
I think that's probably a good call. They're dangerous offensively. Yeah. They'll score on anybody.
Yeah.
Now, they don't care. They'll give up 50. They don't care.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Like, they'll come out and they'll play lights out, or they'll come out and just get smoked out of nowhere.
They'll give up 50 and score 50.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean,
that's true.
That's true. They don't stop anybody, and they don't care if they stop anybody.
True.
They say they'll outscore you. Here's an interesting NC State at Wake. Wake is a 1.5-point favorite in this game.
Wow. NC State had a strong year.
Number 19?
Yeah, they almost beat Clemson, and that's a little sketchy line right there.
It is a little bit. Don't sleep on Wake.
I'm telling you.
UCLA at USC. USC 16-point favorite. Josh Rosen playing in this game. I think, he had a bum hand there for a while, but I think he's back. Like you said, I think the battle of overrated quarterbacks.
Yeah, exactly. This is going to be, this might be two of the top three quarterbacks taken in the draft next year, and I really don't think either one of them really had the juice. Especially that Darnold with USC. I'm really not big on him, to be honest with you.
No, he's like a turnover machine.
Oh, definitely. And they were talking about how he was the best in the country or something like that coming into the season. Yeah, it's amazing.
Go ahead and put his name on it.
Yeah, it's amazing.
And the big one today, Harvard at Yale.
There you go.
Harvard 5-4, Yale 8-1. I've always wanted to go to a Harvard-Yale game.
Yeah. Nah.
No, not a big one for you.
No.
Got something like Ivy League. No. I mean, it's just got to be that would be pretty cool.
Not my crowd, I don't think.
What is your crowd?
More Iron Bowl than Harvard Yale.
Well, I bet nobody's shooting each other. I bet no Harvard fan is shooting.
That's true. That's true. There's probably not any good barbecue and stuff either, though. I bet the food's not near as strong.
Probably not. That's probably a good call too. Well, I think we're up against the end of the show. We'll find out. We may be back. We may not. But if we are not, then I hope everyone has a wonderful Saturday. Thank you for joining us on the Sports Blitz Saturday Sports Countdown. He is Adam Blankenship. I am Andy Graham. So long for now. We'll talk again soon.
If you haven't been to Big B Barbecue in Alex City, then you're missing the best barbecue around. Big B has everything from the best pulled or chopped pork, chicken, and beef to cheeseburgers and grilled chicken salads. Bring your friends and family out for a great dinner and sit outside on our beautiful patio, or sit inside and enjoy your meal by the fireplace. So come in and join us and enjoy the best barbecue in the area only at Big B Barbecue, located on Highway 22 West in Alex City.
At U.S. AmeriBank, there's something very different at the heart of what we do and who we are. It's a spirit that also defines our neighbors, local businesses, and communities. Building on our 116-year history in Alabama, U.S. AmeriBank provides something found nowhere else: craft banking. It's an unwavering commitment to handcrafted banking solutions that turns customers into enthusiastic fans. Visit usameribank.com or your local branch to discover the U.S. AmeriBank difference. U.S. AmeriBank. Banking on values. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Lex Wedgeworth has been the most trusted pest control company for a generation, and now we're proud to announce our new name, EnviroCare. You can expect the same high standards for all your pest control needs, and